Class 10 students, good morning. Today we are going to learn the third chapter, that is money and credit. Children, already we learned two chapters, no? First two chapters. The first chapter, what we learned? Economic growth. Second chapter, sectors of the Indian economy. So today we are going to learn the third chapter, money and credit. It's an interesting chapter because each and every concept of this chapter is very interesting to learn, at the same time useful for our day-to-day life. So, what are the topics we are going to learn today? The first one is the barter system. What is that? First one is the barter system and its inconvenience. Okay. The first thing we are all going to see. The second one, money and its functions. The third one is the evolution of money. Fourth topic is issuing authority of money. Fifth one is the types of deposits. Sixth one is the loan activities of banks. Seventh one is the terms of credit. Last one is the formal and informal sources of loan. See, which are the things we are going to learn? Barter system. First one is we are going to learn the barter system and its inconvenience. Second one is the money and its function. Third one is the evolution of money. Fourth one is the issuing authority of money. Fifth one is the types of deposits. Sixth one is loan activities of banks. Seventh one is the terms of credit. Eighth one is the formal and informal sources of loan. Okay, come to the meaning of the barter system. So what is called as a barter system? Exchange of goods to goods without the usage of money. What is that? Exchange of goods to goods without the usage of money. Usage of money. It's a very important thing. One word question will be coming in that part. So what is called as a barter system? Exchange of goods to goods without the usage of money. If you write only the exchange of goods, you will get surely half mark. But both the things should be there. Exchange of goods to goods without the usage of money. So what are the inconvenience of the barter system? So do you know it? So inconvenient, first of all, that is we cannot measure the value of the commodity. First, we cannot measure the real value of the commodity or the good. Second one, we cannot store for the long time. Then future payment will be very difficult in the barter system. So, because these are all the inconvenience of the barter system. First of all, we couldn't measure the real value of the commodity. Store for a long time is very difficult. Future payment is also very difficult under the barter system. When it will be useful for us? Can you say? So, when it will be useful? Only one situation, that is called as the double coincidence of wants. When it will be useful? Double coincidence of wants will be there. The barter system will be helpful. What is called as a double coincidence of wants? Direct exchange between two people without any problem. When they are searching the third person only, the problem automatically it will start. Is it clear? So, when the direct exchange of goods between one person to another without any problem, this is called as a double coincidence of bonds. When it will be there, we can receive the benefit of barter system. If it is not there, definitely the problem automatically it will start. Okay. So next one we are all going to see is, we are all going to learn is money. What is money? Definition we will see. Money means what money does. That means money means what money does. See, please, does means, so money performs four functions. Does means four functions of money. Which are they? The first function is the medium of exchange. Second one is the measure of value. Third one is the standard of deferred payments. And fourth one is the store of value. Does means these four functions of money. So what is money? Money means what money does. Does means four functions of money. Which are the four functions? Medium of exchange, measure of value, standard of deferred payment, store of value. What is called as a medium of exchange? Exchange of goods between two people. Exchange of goods between two people. That is called as a medium of exchange. With the help of money, it is very, very easy. What is measure of value? So, money is the standard unit or the measuring rod to value the real value of the commodity. So, what is called as a measure of value? That is, money is the only standard unit to measure the real value of what kind of good it is. Then standard of deferred payment means money alone can be, that is, making payment of the future. So it is possible with the help of money, we can make the future payment. Money can be stored for long time compared to any other good. So these are all. So this is called as the. So these are all the functions of money also. So second thing also we learned. What is called as the evolution of money? That means stages of money. What are the stages? In the beginning stages, after the barter system, when the mankind, that is, they felt the inconvenience of barter system, they invented the money. So beginning stage, whatever commodity that was, commodity means goods that was available in the particular place, they started to use that thing as a money in order to exchange the goods. So first one is the commodity money started. First stage. After the barter system, commodity is used as a money. After that, they started to use that as the metals. That is metal money, commodity money. Second one is the metallic money started to use. Some of the kings, they wanted to show themselves. That is a prestige issue for that people. That is the kings. They started to use some precious metals also. The third one is the modern money system started. What we are having, they started to use. That means coins and currency started to used by that's a people. So that is called as a modern money. Fourth one is because of the safety of that is the money, they started to use the bank money. Bank money is nothing but the demand draft as well as the check. But this is not at all the legal tender money. What is called as a legal tender? The law should agree. The law should accept certain things as money. So, but the law, it is not at all saying to use the DD, demand draft as well as the check as a money. But for our convenience, for the safetiness of that some money, to bringing the money from one place to another place, that's why we started to use the bank money. What is the next type of money? That is whatever now we have, that is called as the plastic. Now we are all using the plastic money. Now we are using the plastic money. So plastic money, which are the things will be coming under? That is the, which one now? That is the demand. So which card no? The debit cards are not demand. Debit card as well as the credit cards. Now we are all using only this card now. So plastic money started. After the plastic money, now we are all in the e-money, electronic money, transfer only in the online. So these are all the evolution of that is the money stages. The first one is the commodity money started. After that metallic money started. Now we are all in the new form of money, modern money, that is coins and currency. In order to give the safety, we started to use the bank money. Now the whole world, they are all using the plastic money in the way of debit cards as well as the credit card. The last one is the e-money. Without anything else, on the online, we are all transferring the money. We are all doing so much of the transaction that is called as the e-money. Okay, what's the next one? So third thing also we finished. Then issuing authority of the money. Who is issuing the currency? So RBI. Reserve Bank of India, it has the full right, the monopoly right to issue the currency to the whole India. So what is the other name of the RBI? Central Bank. Where is the headquarters? Mumbai. What is the symbol or the logo? Tiger with the palm tree. So it is the head apex institution for the full financial system of our country. RBI. Who is the governor of RBI? Shaktikant Das. Mr. Shaktikant Das. He is our governor of RBI. Is it clear? So it has the Reserve Bank of India has the monopoly, single right to issue the currency to the public for the economic development of a country. Is it clear? Okay. And one more thing, all coins plus 1 rupee note will be issued by the Ministry of Finance. That is the government. Ministry of Finance will be issued the all coins plus 1 rupee note. Other than 1 rupee note, all currencies will be issued by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Okay, all coins and 1 rupee note will be issued by the Ministry of Finance. All currency notes other than 1 rupee note will be issued by the RBI. Is it clear? So, issuing authority of the money, it's over. The next one is the types of deposits. Next heading is the types of, that is deposits. What type of deposits are there? Usually, the deposits are divided into 2 categories. The first category is called as the time or the term deposit. Time or the term deposit. Second one is called as the demand deposits. So, okay. Time or term deposit means giving time for the maturity of the deposit. Time for the maturity of deposits. So, usually what type of deposits will be coming under? Fixed deposit and recurring deposits will be coming under. In the demand deposit means demand happens, we will withdraw. On the basis of the demand, if we withdraw, that is the money, that time it is called as the demand deposit. That is one clue I can give. So, if you use the ATM card on the monitor, what type of accounts will be coming? The first one is the first one is the current account. Second one is the savings account. So, both the things are coming under the demand. Because demand happens, immediately we will withdraw. So, that's why these 2 accounts are coming under. These two deposits are coming under the demand deposit. What are the types of deposit? Time or term deposit. Because we are all given time for the maturity of the deposit. Other one is called as a demand deposit. 2 types, current account and saving. Because if demand happens, immediately we will withdraw from our deposit. So under the time, which type of deposits are coming under? Fixed deposit and recurring deposits. Okay. So next one is the loan activities of that is the bank. So how the loan activities will be given? So the loan activity will be given by that is the banks. Loan will be given by the banks. So in what way it will be given? In order to do any economic activity, any production activity, banks will given that as the loan. So they are lending loans to the needy people for the economic activity. So we people are saying that, so what is the main source of income for the banks? So first function, they are all accepting the deposits from the public. We learned two types of deposit. So first function of that is the banks and accepting the deposit from the public, and the same amount will be given as the loans and advances to the needy people. Okay, please you come. Accepting deposit, they have to give interest rate. Even for that is lending loans also, they are getting the interest rates. See, usually for the loans and advances, they will get more interest rate compared to the accepting the deposit. They are given less interest rate. The difference between the receiving the interest from the loans, providing the interest rate to the deposits, that difference is called as the income of that is the income of the banks. So for the accepting deposit, they are given less interest rate. On the other hand, provision of lending of loans to the public, they are receiving much of interest rate. The difference is called as the main source of the income of the banks. Is it clear? Okay. Next one is the terms of credit. If you want to get that is a loan, so what are the formalities? If you want to get the loan from the bank, what are the formalities? First one, they need security. Security or that is collateral. Security means this kind of things. So this value usually it will be more than the loan amount. First one, they need the security. They need the collateral. What is the other name of the security? Collateral, this type of thing. Even the documents of the house, even that is documents of the lands, this type of. So this is called as a movable property, precious metals, precious that is jewelry and all. They are ready to give that loan. The second one is we have to pay the interest rate to the bank for what we are all getting the loan from the bank. The third one is the documentation requirement. Some documents we have to submit to the bank to get that loan. So third one is the documentation requirement. The fourth one is the repayment procedure. That is EMI. Either you are paying monthly, quarterly, half yearly or annually. Depends upon that is the borrower. So this is coming under the terms of credit. It's a very important 1 mark, otherwise 3 marks they will ask. First one is the security they need. Interest rate they have to pay to the bank. Then certain documents they have to surrender to the banks to get the loan. Last one is the repayment procedure. That is the EMI. In what way you are all paying, that is the principal amount plus the interest rate. It is on the customer's hand. The last one is the formal and the informal sources of loan. Formal sources means banks and the cooperatives are coming under. So banks and the cooperatives are coming under the formal sources of loan. So why these two are coming under? Because they are all following the rules and regulations of RBI in order to lend the loans to the people. So, but rules and regulations are there. But some of the financial institutions are not at all following the rules and regulations of RBI. They are all coming under the informal sources of credit. That is, the money lenders are coming under the informal sources of loan. Especially in the case of interest rate, they have to follow the RBI's rules and regulation. Okay, then these are all coming under this category. So why most of the people, the poor people, they are all going to the informal sectors? Now, first thing is in most places, banks are not available. Second one, what they are all saying, they need the security. The third one is so formalities are more in the banking sector. Formalities are more in the banking sector. But this kind of things are not at all there in the informal sector. Even the neighbors, they know that is a known people without security, they can avail the loans from the informal sector, money lenders. Second one, formalities are very, very less. But what is the disadvantage with the money lenders? Informal sector, high interest rate they are all charging. Sometimes you have to lose your property also. In so many films also we have seen the same thing. Okay, so did you understand what we studied, what we learned now? The first one is the barter system, we learned. Second one is the money and its function, we learned. Evolution of money, we studied. Fourth one is the issuing authority of the money, we learned. Fifth one is the types of deposits, we learned. Sixth one is the loan activities of the banks, we learned. Terms of credit also, we have seen. The last part, formal and informal sector, we learned. Okay, thank you children. Learn well.